Ready? I'm ready. Ready to learn with you today and have some fun along the way because you're awesome and amazing. There isn't anyone in the whole wide world who can do what you can do. So, are you ready? Ready to learn with me today and have some fun along the way? Ready, set, go! Are we ready to have a good time today? You know what? We're going to talk some more about our 5 senses. But before we do, I want you to look at this shape right here. What shape is that? Can you tell what that is? Look carefully. All those shapes we have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. 2 long sides, 2 short sides. Oh, look at this little tiny one. 2 long sides, 2 short sides. What is that shape called? A rectangle. You're right. You know what? I've got some rectangles right over here. Let's look at them. 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Look at this one. We've got 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Now they look kind of little bit. Let's look right here in our shapes and see, look at this one. This one has 4 sides too, but look, they're all the same. So do you know what that makes this shape? A square. That's right. This one is a square. And this one, look at how different they are. If it's got long sides and short sides, it's a rectangle. But if all the sides are the same, it's a square. Our paper that we looked at right here is a rectangle paper because we've got long sides and short sides. Now let's take a look at these. I'm going to put these little rectangles away for a minute, these shapes away for a minute. And let's look really carefully right here. There's some big ones and some little ones. I want you to help me for just a minute, and we're going to see if we can match the big ones to the big ones, the little ones to the little one, and the medium to the medium one. Shall we try it? All right, here we go. This one, is that medium? Or is it big? Or is it little? It's medium, you're right. Okay, let's look over here. We're gonna take this one and we're gonna match it. Do we match it to that one? Nope, that's the little one. What about this one? Right, that's the medium. We're gonna draw a line and match them. Is that a good match? All right, let's try this next big one. All right, you ready? Does it match this little one up here? Nope. What about this one? Nope, that already has a match up here. What about this one? Yeah, those are a match. Match those ones. All right, now let's look. There's 2 left. What size are they? They're little, that's right. So we're gonna take this little one and we're gonna bring it all the way down. Oh, look, it's crossing right over those other lines. Does that match? So we have little matching little, medium matching medium, and big matching big. Nice work. And all the sides we've got small, small, long, long, small, small, long, long. How about this one? Small, small, long, long, small, small, long, long, small, small, long, long, small, small, long, long. Are those all rectangles? Yeah, very nice. If there's, you know what? I'll bet you could look around, just look around you. Can you see anything that is a rectangle? Let's look right here. Can you see this? We've got a short, short, long, long. That's a rectangle. And look right here, my alphabet chart. We have a long side and a long side, and a short side, and a short side. That's a rectangle too. Do you have any lights at your house that are a rectangle? Or maybe a table at your house that's a rectangle? Look around and see if you can find one thing that's a rectangle. Can you find something that's a rectangle? Good looking. I think there's lots of fun rectangles for us to find. Rectangles are all over the place. And we see them everywhere we go. So keep your eye out and look for some rectangles. Now let's see if we can guess the letter we're going to work on today. It's backwards. Let's see if we can figure out what sound this letter makes. That's going to give us a hint. 6, soup, sun, saw, sink, seal. What sound does that make? S, s, s. Very nice. Do you know something else that starts with this letter that makes the same sound? S, s, s. Can you think of something else? We're going to sing our song. When we find out what it is, we're going to see if we can draw something else. Are you ready? Let's see if we can sing the ABC song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Let's sing it next time backwards. Are you ready? Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Now I know my Z, Y, X's. It is time for your guesses. What do you think it is? I'm going to get it off of here. Here it is. I'm going to give you a hint. We're going to start closer to the bottom. Do you know what it might be? You ready? What letter is it? Letter S. Very good. And if we go across here and come across here backwards, can you see it? There's letter S. Perfect. Now guess what? Oh, was I holding it upside down? Oh, sorry. I was holding it upside down. Now it looks right. Sorry about that. Let's see what lowercase s looks like. Here's capital. What do you think lowercase looks like? It looks just the same, doesn't it? Except it's little. Isn't that awesome? And what sound does it make? Do you remember? S. You know what? Let's try drawing a letter S. And we're going to draw an animal that starts with letter S. Now, there's lots of animals that start with letter S. Oops. My little S just fell right off. I'm going to get a new sticker because it keeps falling off on me. We're going to stick a new sticker on there so that little letter S doesn't fall off today. All right, let's stick that on there. I think that will stick better. All right, let's do our capital letter S, and capital starts at the top of the writing road, goes all the way around to the bottom. It goes to the top and it goes right through the middle and comes around to the bottom. It's kind of tricky to write because it's so curvy. Now, lowercase looks the same, but it starts right on the dotted part of the writing road and goes around to the bottom part. Sometimes they look kind of like that. Sometimes they kind of look like that. And you know what that reminds me of? A snake. Do snakes look a little curvy? I have a snake right here. Look. Does that look like an S and then it's all curled around? Let's draw a snake today, but except guess what? I think I'm going to use a brown one to draw my snake. You can use whatever color you want, but I'm going to get a brown marker. And I'm going to draw a giant S, just kind of like that one looked. Did you see that snake? Look at that. That's kind of funny, huh? It kind of looks like an S. And then I'm going to come back around. So I'm going to kind of do another S, only I'm going to make kind of a big lump right there. Does that look like an S? And I'm going to give it a little tongue and a little eye. And you know what? Maybe some little rattles on the bottom and make it into a rattlesnake. Is that kind of scary? If you don't like the rattles, you don't have to draw them. You could draw some stripes on your snake if you wanted to. A rattlesnake, I have some rattlesnakes that live by me, and they're called diamondbacks. So they have little diamonds on them. You could draw some if you wanted to, or you can just leave the stripes, or you could draw just some little spots on yours. Do some snakes just have spots? How are you going to decorate your snake? What sound does he make? S. That's right. S makes the sound of S, and snakes make the sound of S. That's kind of crazy. That's an easy way to remember letter S because it looks like a snake and it sounds like a snake. Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can talk about our 5 senses. Now, senses start with S too, doesn't it? Senses. Our 5 senses start with an S. And we have our number 1 sense is our sight. Does that start with an S? Can you see? That starts with letter S. But we have another sense that starts with letter S. You know what? Let's sing the 5 senses song, and then you tell me what's the other one that starts with letter S. Okay, you ready? I have 5 senses like you. They help me do what I do. I'm so glad they're there. They help me to share all the fun things I can do with you. My sight is my sense number 1. My eyes help me see where to run. I see rain, I see snow, I can watch flowers grow. My sight is my sense number 1. My smell is my sense number 2. My nose smells things all the day through. I smell things that are sweet. I can smell stinky feet. My smell is my sense number 2. My taste is my sense number 3. My mouth tastes things healthy for me. I taste things that are good. I eat some things 'cause I should. My taste is my sense number 3. My hearing's my sense number 4. I can hear someone knock at the door. I can hear my friend laugh, hear my splash in my bath. My hearing's my sense number 4. My touch is my sense number 5. My fingers can feel I'm alive. I touch hard, soft, and smooth. I feel fuzzy and grooved. My touch is my sense number 5. I have 5 senses like you. They help me do what I do. I'm so glad they're there. They help me to share all the fun things I can do with you. Did you hear what the other one is that starts with the S, letter S? I can see, or my sight with my eyes. You're right, smell. My nose can smell. Smell. Can you hear that S sound right at the very beginning of that word? Smell. We're going to talk about how our nose can smell things and what it does. So you know what? I'm going to start out reading you a story. You smell with your nose. All right, let's look right there. Look at that nose. Oh, look at that nose. It has some freckles on it. Does your nose have freckles on it? My nose has some freckles on it. My nose has a little scar on it because I had a little surgery right there. Do you have something on your nose, or is your nose just a regular nose? Everybody's nose is just a little bit different. Oh, look. You smell with your nose. What can she smell? A hot dog. All right. Oh. Different things have different smells. Flowers. Garbage. That's not a great smell. Flowers are a good smell. Bread. Ooh, I love bread when it's baking in the oven. And hot drinks, coffee or hot cocoa. They all have different smells. All right. Smells go through the air. There's things in the air. And did you know that sniffing the air brings the different smells into your nose? So if you smell, it helps you get the smells through your nose, and it goes up in your brain and tells you what you're smelling. Your brain is pretty smart, isn't it? All right, let's look right here. Smells go through the top part of your nose. Can you see that? Kind of, there's where your eyes would be. There's where your nose and your mouth is. So look, when you smell, it comes in. It goes right up here. You have a whole bunch of nerves right at the top of your nose. And when you smell in, it goes up to those nerves and smells. So sometimes when you have a cold and your nose is all stuffy, you can't smell things very good, can you? When your nose isn't stuffy, you smell things really, really easily because that's where it goes, is up at the top of your nose. And when it's stuffy, it's covered up and you just can't smell very good. And then it goes down here. So smells get into your nose when you breathe. Let's try breathing it. Can you smell? Sometimes the air doesn't have a lot of smell, does it? What if somebody was making popcorn? Would you smell it? Yes. Oh, how about this one? If someone was making cookies, could you smell that? Yes, that would smell yummy. I love to smell cookies. I love to taste cookies. But you know what? When I smell them, then I know it's cookies. Do you ever smell the cookies and you don't even know that cookies are being made? And you smell it and you know it's a cookie? That's because your brain remembers the smell that you had another day. All right, how about this one? Our brain remembers smells better than things that we see or things that we hear. Our sight and the sounds in our ears, our brain remembers our smells even better than those. Some smells are good smells. Cotton candy, is that a good smell? Oh, some smells are bad smells. Do you remember in our song? I can smell things that are sweet. I can smell stinky feet. Our nose can smell good things and bad things, can't it? And I would rather smell good things than bad things. How about you? Sometimes you can smell many things at once. She's smelling all these things for her dinner. Let's see, there's some beans and some sausage and some macaroni and cheese. Can you smell all those things at the same time? And your brain knows what they all are, huh? Sometimes it's hard to smell anything. Remember we talked about when you have a cold? When you have a cold, the air can't get into your nose good, and then you can't smell, can you? It just doesn't work very good when you're not feeling good. You can tell about 10,000 different smells. Some things have really strong smells. She's smelling some perfume. Have you ever smelled perfume before? It's pretty strong. Some things have weak smells. She's smelling bread. But even if it's a weak smell, a lot of times you can smell it. Some things don't really have very much smell at all. And that makes it harder. But if there's a smell, our noses can smell it. Smell and taste work together. Oh, what are they eating? Popcorn. Did you know that you have to smell something before you can taste it? If you have a cold and you're eating some food, even if it's something that has a strong smell like popcorn, if you have a cold and you can't smell, can you taste the popcorn? No, you have to smell it to be able to taste it. Sight and smell work together too. These guys are roasting marshmallows. They can smell the fire and they can smell the marshmallows cooking. They work together so that they don't get their marshmallows burned because they're using their eyes to see and they're using their nose to smell if it's getting burnt or not. That's a good way to make that work, isn't it? Oh, your nose knows. Look at all of that. Look at all those things that he can smell. Oh, look at that. He's eating a twisted lollipop. When you start eating a lollipop, can you smell it? You can. You know what? Let's try making a chart today, and we're going to see what we can smell. All right? So what we're going to need today is we're going to need a paper. Now, if you have a paper like this, it has two noses on it, and one has a smiley face and one has a frowny face. What do you think the smiley side's for? For things that smell good. What do you think the frowny side's for? For things that smell stinky or that we don't like. Sometimes they don't even smell stinky. Sometimes it's just something we don't like. So maybe you don't like to eat pineapple, and so the smell of it isn't very good. Or maybe you don't like to eat carrots, so you don't like the smell of carrots. Everybody's a little bit different about those kinds of things, aren't they? Okay, now if you don't have a nose one, get a piece of paper and we're going to fold it in half so that we can take the bendy part in the middle. And we're just going to draw a line right down the middle of it. Okay, so I got a line right there. And we're going to draw some noses if you don't already have a nose. Okay, so if you don't already have a nose, let's just draw. Our nose are kind of like a triangle, right? We've got a little line at the bottom, and then we just kind of go up and around. There's a nose. It's kind of a funny looking nose, but we're going to pretend that's a nose. Can you do that? And on one of them, we're going to write a big smile. And on the other one, we're going to write a frown. Okay, now we're going to draw some pictures of things that smell good and things that don't smell very good, or things we like, or things we don't like. And you get to decide, because do you know what? Every person's nose knows what they like. And sometimes somebody might love something and somebody else does not like it. Do you find that sometimes? Sometimes your mom and dad like to eat things and you don't like to eat them. So that's okay. Now, you know what? What about wet wipes? Let's smell wet wipes. Sometimes wet wipes are called unscented, and they are supposed to not have a scent. This one says unscented, but you know what? I can still smell it. It smells just kind of clean. Just kind of a weird smell. It just smells kind of clean. It's not really a good smell or a bad smell. It's just kind of a clean smell. What about you? Could you smell some wet wipes? I don't know if you have some, but if you do, check them out and see. You know what? I'm just going to draw. I kind of like it because it smells clean. So I'm just going to draw a little rectangle. There's my wet wipe because I kind of like that smell. So I'm going to put it on the side I like. So you draw where you want it. If you don't like how it smells, draw it on this side. If you like how it smells, do it on this side. All right, let's try. Oh, now you might not have a flower at your house. I'm going to pull this flower out so you can look at it. I have a pink flower at my house. And guess what? I like the smell of flowers. Do you like the smell of flowers? So if you have one, you can smell it. If you don't have one, have you smelled a flower before? Yeah, you know what a flower smells like, don't you? So you know what? You get to decide if you like how a flower smells or not. If you like how a flower smells, draw one over here. I'm going to draw some loopsy, 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 loopsy for a flower. And then I'm going to draw a stick so it can stand up. Is your flower going to look probably a little different than mine? Probably. But do flowers all look the same or do they all look a little different? You're right. They look a little different. So they don't need to look the same, do they? Okay. Let's try smelling something else. I have some peanut butter. Do you like to smell peanut butter? It smells peanutty. You know what? I'm going to draw just a little blobby of peanut butter. And I'm going to put some little blops in it because you know what? My peanut butter has peanuts in it. There we go. Now, how about fruit snacks? Do you know what fruit snacks smell like? I'm going to open up some fruit snacks and smell them. They smell kind of fruity. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to draw a package and I'm going to put some fruits in there. There's my fruit snacks. I'm putting them on the good side because I like the smell of them. Now, how about maybe you have some of this right there? Do you have some glue? I don't really like the smell of glue. Do you like the smell of glue? It's not my favorite. I don't hate it, but I don't really love it. So I'm going to draw some glue stick right there. There's my glue stick. I don't really love it. Oh, what about your feet? Do your feet smell good? You know what? My feet smell good when I get out of the bathtub. How about you? But after it's been a whole day, they're not my favorite. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw a foot over here and draw some toes on it. I don't really love the smell of feet. And you know what else I don't love the smell of? I don't love the smell of socks. So I'm going to draw a sock on here. I don't really love the smell of socks either. No, those are not my favorite. Oh, but there are lots of kinds of crackers. How about we smell some crackers? Do you think that would be a good idea? I think these crackers are cheesy crackers. I like the smell of graham crackers and cheesy crackers. I like the smell of lots of kinds of crackers. Do you? When I smell them, it makes me want to eat them. Does it make you want to eat some? You know what? I think I'm going to make some picture for crackers. I'm just going to do a cracker like this. A lot of crackers have little dots in them. So I'm going to draw some little dots in my crackers. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look at this cracker. I think it just has one dot. I think I did too many dots. This cracker, can you see that? It just has one dot in the middle. So maybe I'll do this. It has like the little outsides are kind of bumpy. And then it has a little dot in the middle. Does that look like this cracker? Does that kind of look like that cracker? There we go. Oh, look, we're getting lots of things we like and lots of things that we don't like. Look at our paper. It has lots of things on it. You know what? You can keep smell. Oh, another thing. What about crayons? Do you know what? I like the smell of crayons. I think they smell yummy. So you know what? I'm going to put a crayon right here. And I'm going to draw some paper on it because crayons usually have paper. I'm going to draw a crayon. You know what? You can keep smelling things if you want to. While you're doing it, I'm going to read you a story about the big hungry bear. And do you know what the big hungry bear can do? Let's read the book. He can smell. Let's see what the big hungry bear can smell. The little mouse, the red ripe strawberry, and the big hungry bear. Hello, little mouse. What are you doing? Oh, I see. Are you going to pick that red, ripe strawberry? But little mouse, haven't you heard about the big hungry bear? Oh, how that bear loves red, ripe strawberries. The big hungry bear can smell a red, ripe strawberry a mile away. Especially one that's just been picked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Boom, boom, boom. The big hungry bear will tromp through the forest on his big hungry feet and sniff, 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 and find the strawberry. No matter where it is hidden, or who is guarding it. Or how it is disguised. Quick! There's only one way in the whole wide world to save a red ripe strawberry from the big hungry bear. Cut it in two. Share half of it with me. And we'll both eat it all up. Now, that's one red ripe strawberry the big hungry bear will never get. The end. What can the bear smell? Strawberries, that's right. He could use his nose and smell the strawberries. In the story, it says a mile away. Can you smell strawberries? Do you like to eat strawberries? I think strawberries are so yummy, and they're healthy. That's another thing I love about strawberries. You can eat strawberries and they're healthy. Sometimes the things that you smell and like to eat are not very healthy for you. You know what? I like minty lifesavers, but they're not very healthy for me like strawberries. And I like to eat fruit snacks. They're a little bit healthy for me, but not as healthy as strawberries. So that's another thing I like about strawberries. Did you think of lots of things that you like to smell? Does your nose know if you like things or not? Sometimes when you go to a restaurant and you can smell chicken nuggets or hamburgers. Today, before you eat your lunch, smell your food and see if your nose knows what it's going to taste like. Your nose helps your taster work. Isn't that cool that your nose works like that? That's pretty awesome, isn't it? My smell is my sense number 2. My nose smells things all the day through. It smells things that are sweet. It can smell stinky feet. My smell is my sense number 2. Our number 2 sense is our nose, because our smell helps us with tasters. It helps us, we can smell things so we know what it's going to look like. Our nose helps us so much. Our nose knows all kinds of things. And you know what? Our nose is part of our healthy body. Let's sing a song about our bodies, shall we? Look at this guy. He's got an x-ray. We can see clear inside of him. I like me inside and outside. Do you like you inside and outside? Let's sing a song about our insides and our outsides. What's on our outside? Do we have skin on our outsides? Yes. What do we have on our insides? Do we have hearts on our insides? Are we super cute on the outside? I think you're super cute on the outside. I think we have lots and lots of things that we like. So let's sing this song. You ready? I love me inside and out. I love me inside and out. Bones on the inside, skin on the outside. Bones on the inside, skin on the outside. I love me inside and out. I love me inside and out. Heart on the inside, cute on the outside. Heart on the inside, cute on the outside. Hey, I am great. You are great. Your body is great. And your senses help you do so many things. I think it's amazing that we can see and smell. And when we smell, we can smell our lunch. We can smell the flowers outside. When we go outside, can we smell the grass and the trees. And sometimes we can even smell when it snows, the air smells cold and clean. Or if we go to the beach and play in the sand, we can smell the warm sunshine. We can smell so many things. Our eyes can see them, but our nose can help us know what they are and make them even greater because we can smell what it is. If we are having a lunch, we can a lot of times smell what we're having for lunch before we even see it or taste it, huh? That's pretty cool. Do you know what? I am so glad that we have healthy bodies, that our bodies take good care of us. You know what? Let's do one more song. Well, this isn't a song. This is more like a poem. This is me from my head to my toes. I have 2 little eyes and a cute little nose. I can wiggle my fingers and stomp my feet from my head to my toes. Hey, I'm really neat. You are really neat. I love being with you. You are incredible. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. You're awesome, possum. See you soon.